Hello, beautiful people. Thank you so much for tuning in, watching, and listening. This is going to be the mid-January 2022 reading for the zodiac sign of Gemini. Welcome, fellow Geminis. You can also check out your sun, moon, and rising to get a full picture of everything that's going on through the end of the month for you. And if you find this video a few days before the middle of the month or a few days after the middle of the month, that's totally fine. Of course, you'll always find it when you need it. But let's go ahead and get started, Gemini. We're going to do our typical reading. We're going to take a look at what's coming to a close, so things have happened in the last few weeks or a month for you. We're going to take a look through the end of January. We're going to do a money column, a love column, and we're going to do a message from our future self or spirit guides. We are also going to do 3 yes or no questions, a healing note, and we're going to talk a little bit about your crystal of the month. But let's go ahead and jump in. First and foremost, we have the card Ready But Waiting. Things are feeling a little stagnant, Gemini. Like maybe you've been working hard towards something and you're not quite sure you've found any progress so far. But let's take a look and see what the message is. The first card that we have is the Six of Swords. The Six of Swords is an interesting card. I actually really like it. If you look, all of the swords are stuck down into the boat. Everybody's head is hanging low. However, the boat is moving forward in a positive direction. So with this card, it's a necessary transition. It's something that had to happen. So we are moving, even though you might not feel like you're moving, Gemini. Some of you could have actually physically relocated or moved too. The next card we have is the Page of Cups. The Page of Cups is a very studious card. It's very hardworking. In some cases, it could be a card of new love, and it could be volunteer work as well. Then we have another hard work card here at the bottom. So we have our Eight of Pentacles, which is a card of mastering your craft, enjoying your employment. It's really a card of hard work, but it's also like working smarter, not harder. But you're very skilled at what you're doing. People see how hard of a worker you are with the Eight of Pentacles. So what I'm getting is that like you've been working hard at something, but you might not feel like you're making progress. With the Six of Swords, I would say that you definitely are. Let's clarify though and see what messages we get. Alright, so we do have 3 cards on Throne. So Throne, Throne, Throne. I would say that's a good sign for you, Gemini. You are in the right place. You're doing the right thing. The first card though we have is the Empress. The Empress is a card of creation, abundance. It also could be a card of fertility and pregnancy for some of you. But I would say that on this boat where we're moving with the Six of Swords, we're moving towards this more creative, this more abundant place. So again, I know some of you are feeling stagnant, but do know that you are making progress. Then we have the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands is very feisty, very free-spirited, very confident, very self-assured. So as you go through these next few weeks, you need to make sure that you are those things, Gemini. You need to stay confident. You need to stay self-assured. Just know that even though it feels like you aren't moving forward, you are moving forward. So keep rolling with it. Also, for those of you with new love, I would say that you don't need to be insecure about that relationship if you are feeling insecure. Then we have the Hierophant. The Hierophant is a very traditional card, very conventional. It's a card of expectations, and what I'm getting, Gemini, is I feel like you don't feel like you're meeting your expectations. Again, I feel like you're working hard and you don't feel like you're seeing progress yet. But stay patient. You are moving forward, even if you're just kind of inching forward. You're kind of in that stagnant position, but that's okay. Let it come to you. So now let's take a look at the next few weeks, Gemini. So going in through the end of January, we have the card Revolution. So things are going to keep moving. They're going to keep changing for you. It feels a little stagnant. It feels a little slow still, but let's confirm and see what we get here. Okay, the first card we have is the Five of Pentacles. This card does mean financial loss, but for a lot of you, I feel like this is more of a card of worry. So when you see the Five of Pentacles, you're worrying about something. In some cases, I feel like you're worried that you're like feeling kind of stagnant. Then we have the Hangman. This card is a card of being stagnant. it is what it pictures. You're kind of just hanging there by your foot. Typically, this means you're waiting for some piece of information before you can move forward. You need more clarity, typically, when we see the Hangman, Gemini. And then last but not least, we have the Seven of Wands at the bottom. The Seven of Wands is a card of self-defense. It's having to kind of protect yourself. You see this person standing on top of the hill, and all of these wands are trying to hit them. So it's kind of like you're having to defend yourself. So maybe some of you are worried about this defense, or worried about this kind of waiting for clarity. But let's read through and see what messages we get here. And see how we're going to carry through the end of January. The first card we have is the King of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles is very solid, very practical, very leader-like. It's a great card for investment too. I think that's solidifying that we can kind of put financial worries, that's out of the picture for you. But there could be some sort of new investment, but this is like, be practical. What you're worrying about maybe is not practical, so continue to be wise, continue to be practical. Don't like get in your head and make up things, Gemini. Just be practical as you work through the remainder of the month. Then we have the Chariot, which is a card of action and change. Makes total sense because we have our Revolution card, and I can feel something moving for you, Gemini. But this is about being on a journey. Somebody once described this as the vroom vroom card, which just means things are moving. This is a really good sign, especially on top of our Hangman. So I feel like you've been stagnant for a while and things are going to break loose into the end of January. So you're going to start moving forward on that journey that you've maybe felt a little stagnant on. Hopefully that can put some of those worries to rest for you. Then we have the Wheel of Fortune, which is also a turning point card. I love the Wheel of Fortune. It's one of my favorite cards in the entire deck. But this is a card of good fortune, luck, gambling. It is a turning point. So things should be shifting for you. Things should be moving and turning. I think you'll be getting away from this self-defense, stagnant energy, and moving on. You're going to continue on in the Chariot on your journey. Now let's talk a little bit about money. So this is anything related to money. This could be career, job, finance, investments you have, businesses you run. Be thinking anything money. The first card we have is the Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups, well, anytime we have an Ace card, this is typically a card of newness. The Ace card specifically, Ace of Cups, is new baby, new relationship, proposal, or marriage. When we see it in the business and money column, oftentimes this is like a new business proposal, a new co-worker, a new boss. This feels like new positive energy coming in on the relationship front related to investment. It could be like your investor as well. We have the Star card. The Star card is renewal, hope, inner clarity. So this is a good shift in energy typically. Like maybe you've been really burned out in work and now you get to kind of shift into this more positive frame of mind. Also with the big star here at the top, this card can mean being in the spotlight. So you could be getting recognized or being in the spotlight at work, Gemini. Then we have the Knight of Pentacles at the bottom. Anytime we have a Pentacle card in the money column, it's typically a good sign. The Knight of Pentacles is very hardworking, it's very patient, it's very reliable. That's you. I think this is again confirmation that the work that you're doing is quality. You're chipping away at things, you're working hard. You're going to feel your energies be renewed. And that could be some part in this new relationship or this new person coming in. It could also be a new way of running your business too for those of you that own your business. Let's clarify though. You have my two favorite cards already. I love that, Gemini. So then we have the Six of Swords. We talked about this earlier. This is a necessary transition. So with this Ace of Cups, so maybe your boss is leaving and you really like your boss and you're heartbroken that they're leaving. This is saying it needed to happen and what's coming is even better. Same thing with the coworker. Maybe you really liked your coworker and they're leaving. It's going to be okay. We're going through some sort of necessary transition with this newness in the work world, but go ahead and embrace it. We have another Pentacle card, again, which is good in the money column. This is very resourceful. This is saying that money is going to be there, so I wouldn't be having any money concerns, Gemini. Things look good. We're resourceful. It's on top of that star card. So along with that recognition or being in the spotlight, there could be some sort of financial bonus or promotion for you. But like have renewed energy. Maybe 2021 was a hard year for finances for you. 2022 doesn't have that same energy for you. So looking good on money. Then we have the Ten of Cups. The Ten of Cups is my favorite card in the entire deck. You've probably heard me say that before, Gemini. This card is everything. There's a rainbow with all the cups full. There's a happy couple. There's kids playing. The grass is green. There's water running. There's a beautiful house in the background. I always think of this as like the everything card. So with the Ten of Cups, this is family, contentment, total love, and support. So I'm feeling like you're going to be feeling very fulfilled at work. People are going to be appreciating your work. They're going to see how hard of a worker you are. Not a lot of times do we find people that are like content with money or their career, and I'm feeling that for you, Gemini, which is really good. So now let's jump into our next section, which is going to be all about love. So this could be love, relationship, family, children, and see what we've got going on. All right. The first card we have is the World card. The World card is honestly, things have gone full circle. It's completion, it's completing a lesson or a goal. I'm getting the message that you kind of like unlocked a new chapter, Gemini. Some of you could be leaving a relationship, like you could just decide it wasn't what you wanted and it's complete, but it's almost like a lot of you are moving into the next stage of your relationship, like you're moving to a whole new level in a really positive way. We are followed by the Eight of Cups. The Eight of Cups, you can see these cups are really stacked nicely, but this person's still walking away from them. The Eight of Cups is withdrawing, retreating, it's moving on. So again, for some of you, you could be leaving this relationship, but for others, it's like you're leveling up, and that seems to be the message that's coming through is leveling up. So you could be moving forward with that person too. Some of you, again, I think are leaving relationships, but a lot of you are just moving forward in a really progressive and positive way. Then we have the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups is a wonderful card to have in the love column. This is like the Prince or Princess Charming card. It's the Knight in Shining Armor. It's very romantic. It's very proposal driven. For those of you looking for a relationship, this is a wonderful card to have. It means that somebody is coming and they're going to come in and be like perfectly what you were hoping for. If you're in an existing relationship, this is like a strength card. It's very romantic. It's a deep, true love. So overall, wonderful card to have in the love column. Let's clarify the messages though and see what we've got going on. We have the Eight of Swords to start with. The Eight of Swords is a card of self-imposed restrictions. You're kind of limiting yourself. So if you look, this person's eyes are bandaged shut, their arms are bandaged down, but then you look and there's all these swords stuck into the ground. So this person could very easily wiggle back and cut themselves free. I'm getting that some of you did that. Like the next step in your relationship wasn't happening because you weren't seeing it, or in some cases you just kind of cut yourself free from this relationship and that resulted in that ending. But it seems like you were kind of limiting yourself in some fashion, Gemini, but we've moved past that into this new state. Then we have the Seven of Wands. The Seven of Wands is a card of self-defense and kind of having to protect ourselves. If some of you have been in a relationship, that could have been why this relationship was ending. Like you were constantly butting heads with this person, or you were having to defend yourself. That seems to be coming to an end as well. That could be the next level unlocked. Like maybe you just have like really good vibes with the person you're with now, and that conflict isn't there. But it feels like really positive shift, again, moving forward. And you get to leave behind this not very happy card of having competition or having to defend yourself. Then at the bottom we have the Ace of Pentacles. The Ace of Pentacles is typically a new job, raise, promotion, investment, new income. But again, anytime we have an Ace card, it's just a card of newness. We're looking at our love and relationship column. Do you think this could be a new relationship for you? Some of you could be getting like an inheritance too from a family member. So there could be money coming into the family. And it is on top of the Knight of Cups, which is that new proposal. So there could just be money coming in some sort, even though we're in the love column. But definitely some newness, whether it's that new level, that new chapter, or that new relationship altogether. So now, Gemini, let's take a look at a message from our future self or spirit guide. We have the card Magnetism. I've seen this card a lot this month, or these mid-month readings. I really like the card Magnetism, though. It's like manifesting. It's what you think is what you get. It's being able to attract what you want. So you need to make sure that you stay positive, Gemini, and focus on the things that you want to attract to yourself. But let's see what message we have coming through. The first card that we have is the Four of Wands. This is a card of homecoming, family, friends, reunion, or it could be celebrations in general. Some of you could be reconnecting with family this month. Like you could be traveling, or family could be traveling to you. You could also be family focused, Gemini. But in general, this is a good card as well. This could be something that you're celebrating. Then we have the Tower card. The Tower card sometimes is a unwanted change. It really kind of throws you off your rhythm. You didn't expect it. The nice thing about Towers is these changes are necessary. So I do think there's going to be some sort of transition for you. And this row is actually reading kind of top to bottom, or bottom to top, I mean, and I'll go over that when I finish reading this one to you. So we have the Four of Swords. This is a card of needing to rest, retreat, recover, renew your energy. So something is burning you out right now, Gemini, and the shift is going to happen, and this is going to be very beneficial to you. You've actually been attracting this change to yourself, even though it might feel like something you weren't ready for or you didn't want, but you need to move away from this low point. Let the change happen so you can move into this positive mindset. But let's clarify and see what's coming for you. Yes, this would be a good thing, Gemini. So you have the Seven of Cups. The Seven of Cups is a card of having many choices and options. I would say with this Tower moment, it's going to open a door of endless possibilities. There's something in every cup here. You're going to have so many options, so many more opportunities, Gemini. Then we have the Magician. The Magician is a good card to have anywhere in the reading. It ties very closely to the Magnetism card. The Magician is about focusing your creativity, and it's turning your visions into reality. It's very inspired action. So it's whatever you want you can have. Again, you've been attracting this change, Gemini. You might not know it. So this is something you've been asking for, and the universe is now giving it to you. And then overall, it's going to be very beneficial. The Sun card is a wonderful card to have anywhere in the reading. It's material happiness, it's joyous outcomes. Again, this is going to unlock endless possibilities for you. You're going to be so much happier. You've been in this weird funk, and this change is going to come and sweep you off your feet, basically. It's going to be really amazing. So now at this point in time, I'm going to give you the option to ask 3 yes or no questions. We're going to use the Gypsy Witch fortune telling deck. If you don't have 3 questions in mind, you can pause the video and think of them really quick. But for question number 1, we have the King of Diamonds. This is number 15 card. That's going to be a yes. Question number 2, we have the 9 of Clubs. This is the number 26 card. That's also a yes. And for question number 3, we have the 6 of Spades. This is the 29 card. This is going to be a no. So yes, no, Gemini. And then if you watched your January video, we did pull a card from the Healing Stone stack. This is a crystal for you to carry out throughout the month of January with you. The crystal we have is Ruby. This helps with the joy of living. It's a very lust type card as well. It helps keep you very spontaneous. Again, works with just joy of living. And it really helps give you momentum and passion, which is good because I feel like some of you are maybe feeling a little stagnant. It is going to ease up and break loose for you though, Gemini. So Ruby, keep it in your pocket, put it on your desk at work, keep it in your nightstand. And last but not least, we're going to do a message from the Healing Notes deck. We can always use more healing. Your message is, understanding is the first step to acceptance, and only with acceptance can there be recovery. Thank you so much, Gemini, for tuning in, watching, and listening. Please do like, comment, subscribe. Let me know how this video resonates with you. If you subscribe to my channel, you'll be notified in the future when I post videos, and I usually post a couple a month. Also, if you feel inclined, I did include my Venmo in the comments box if you'd like to make a donation. Thank you again, Gemini, and have a fabulous rest of January.